Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at GLMR. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Taking a look at the CoinMarketCap page, we're sitting at a $215 million market cap, and currently there is 933 million GLMR tokens out of the 1.15 billion total supply. And GLMR hasn't been performing very well. We printed a lower high in this peak here in December, and this was our initial high in 2024. So let's say by the end of the bull market, this at this point can do a 4 to 5x. Of course, if there is a massive surge in volume on the Polkadot blockchain with some updates that Gavin Wood is going to roll out, that could potentially lead to more profit potential for projects like GLMR and Moonriver. But as of right now, we can't be ultra bullish. So let's switch over to the weekly chart. And this isn't going to be a long update because there, to be honest, isn't a lot to update on. So this yellow trend line connects both the peak from March 2024 and the peak from December 2024. We need to break this yellow resistance trend line. Now it's possible we're going to be coming all the way back down to this green block, and this is set up between 19.5 cents down to 0.1889 cents. And this was retested multiple times. So the first time was all the way back. Actually, not the first time. The first time was a back test of support over here in June 2024. After that, we dropped below it and we kept back testing it as resistance. From there, we exploded above it in November 2024, got all the way up to 42, 43 cents, and we started a correction from there. So far, the correction was approximately 52%, which is a hefty correction, to be honest. The first time we hit that yellow trend line, we had an 81% correction. So expecting a move back down to around 20 cents isn't crazy, isn't far-fetched, and that would honestly be a good move in terms of the charts because we're going to be retesting a previous resistance as support. Would it have been better if we broke above the previous March 2024 high? Of course, that is exactly what I was targeting, and that did not happen. And we are very far away from our August 2022 top, which essentially initiated this cascade, right? We had a massive correction, a little retracement to the upside, got rejected. So this level at roughly 80.5 cents is going to be very important to break. Until we do that, I can't even say that we are in a bull market because we haven't been printing higher highs and we haven't been, well, technically we printed a double bottom here, right? You have this bottom here and this bottom here, and you have your neckline there. So if we start losing this bottom at roughly 16, 17 cents, we could start dropping down to the bear market bottom values for GLMR. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. So I'm not saying that's going to happen immediately, but if you start losing the green trend line, that's when you might want to expect further continuation. But if you're looking to grab more GLMR tokens, I would say the green block is the best area to accumulate. Of course, if you manage to pick up some tokens between 18 cents down to 16.5 cents, that's going to be even better. But there's no guarantees that, of course, we're going to go that low. But keep in mind, this was a support back in September, October 2023. And then we created another support level here at 15.5 cents in the second half of 2024. So let's see what the future holds for GLMR. In my opinion, right now, there is no reason to be holding this when you have AI projects that are launching mainnets like Nosana, when you have AI agents that are doing 20-30x's. I understand that you may think the project is good, and I'm not saying it's a bad project. I'm just saying if you're looking for profit potential and you're looking to maximize that ROI, then you definitely want to be sticking to the AI niche as of right now. And you also want to be exposing yourself to some gaming projects, because we're going to have a gaming boom in 2025, in my opinion. And if you look at the weekly RSI, we dipped into, or not dipped, but we briefly grazed the overbought here in December 2024, just like we did back in December 2023, and we almost did the same thing in March 2024. And you can also spot a bearish divergence here. So by the looks of things, it is playing out. So you printed a higher high on the RSI, but a lower high on the price action chart. And this usually means a weakening in the trend, and you see a retracement from there. And that's exactly what's happening at the moment. We're losing the 20 EMA on the weekly, which is not a good sign. We haven't even had a bullish cross on the weekly chart, which is when the 20 EMA crosses above the 55, and the 55 is over here. So that's the 55 red line, and we were supposed to have that cross. We didn't. So this is looking bearish. I have to be honest, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This looks bearish. And I sold my GLMR, I believe at, was it at 30 cents? I think at 30 cents something. And I rolled over into other AI coins, and all of my patrons were obviously aware of that. So feel free to check out our Patreon. But that's about it for the GLMR update. I can't feed you these, big numbers at $5 and $10 when we can't even break 80 cents. That's just the reality of the situation. I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. I held GLMR, I gave it a shot. It didn't play out, so I rolled over into a different asset. That's why you accumulate during bear markets. So I was able to do that simply because my average was very low. Now, if you had bought all the way back here, then of course you're still sitting at a massive loss here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to come back up to those prices, because at least we have to break the August 2022 high for us to start talking about anything beyond $2. So let's wait until that happens. If you want to keep holding and staking, you can do that. I understand if you're at a massive loss, it's very hard to sell something like that. And I'm not saying that you should, but try to maybe see if you have any other opportunities in other niches and potentially invest into that as well while holding your GLMR back. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.